Welcome to the Redvee TV show, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2025 season. And Kevin, we're back again. We had an episode yesterday, an episode this morning, which I put out this morning because we needed to have an episode tonight.
Yes.
They come along like buses, don't they?
Yeah.
Um, the, to-
Here's me thinking we'd have a couple of weeks off.
the Totally Wicked Stadium is no more, and instead, for the next 10 years, we will be heading over to the Brewdog Stadium.
Yes. Yeah, big recognizable brand sponsoring St. Helens. Quite the coup, really.
See, yeah, do you know what? It's a global brand, isn't it? And I
Yeah,
think if you went to Australia, America, any of the other 50 plus countries where it's sold and said, um, what's Brewdog, they'd know. So to actually get such a high value name global brand to sponsor your stadium, for me, it can only be a good thing. And do you know what? I'm gonna hold hands up because do you know what? I personally, I was going to say we, but I'll probably go I
yeah,
have slated our commercial team incessantly over the last few months.
yeah,
Because if what you see on the pitch ultimately is reflected on what comes from off it, in terms of if you want to have a success on the pitch, you've got to have success off it as well to build those foundations. And I feel like we've lacked at times commercially, but to get this deal over the line, to add to a stable of sponsors that the club have got, including Home Bargains, which is a nationally renowned company, to get
yeah.
Brewdog to replace Totally Wicked as a stadium sponsor on a 10-year deal is absolutely tremendous work. So, do you know what, Dave Hutchinson and the rest of the commercial team, I will give you a round of applause.
Yeah, I think in this climate, getting a big brand and the perceived stability of the 10-year deal that if people get a chance to watch on across social media the interview with Dave Hutchinson, um, saying that the value goes up in line with inflation as well. That in our sport at the moment is brilliant. It's fantastic to get that. Now I know people have had reservations, and we've seen quite a few of them across social media. But this day and age, it goes to the highest bidder, doesn't it? The sport isn't awash with big name companies. The sport isn't awash with loads and loads of money. So it is a coup them getting such a big name brand to go hand in hand with the stadium.
Yeah, and listen, I think people can quite rightly have their own views on the company in terms of some of the ethical issues that they've had over the last couple of years. People can go and read them for themselves. Um, but and I think part of that comes maybe back from their initial mission statement when they came out as a brand to begin with, and obviously that changed over the years when probably finances come into play a lot more. But how many multinational companies do you know of that don't focus on profit first?
Yeah, I think yeah, as you say, people can go out and read because if people go out and read for themselves and aren't happy with it, and it's fine, it's a fair enough opinion to have if you're not happy with how certain individuals have behaved or practices that have been done by the company. But you could look into any company and find that you've got companies who have got labour issues across the world, multinationals. You've got companies who haven't paid national minimum wage, national living wage that the government chase. There's companies all around the place that are that necessarily um, don't have issues, behind the scenes, but there are companies that do. I think we need to get away from the focus on that and the focus on what has come out of the club today with the regards of the quote that kind of stuck with me was that the company has shown a desire to work closely with the club on a range of initiatives and programs. The fact that they want to work with the community. And I've seen that people aren't happy from going to vapes to alcohol. But if they're getting involved in the community and they are raising awareness of even potential issues, I think that can be a good thing.
Morality is wonderful,
Yeah.
and there is always a place for it. But are you happy when Liverpool have links with Carlsberg? Are you happy with Budweiser having links with, well, did have links with the FA Cup? Are you happy with Bud Light being a sponsor of the NFL? Are you happy with Guinness sponsoring the Six Nations? Unfortunately, or the way the world is, alcohol companies are involved with sport.
And people,
and do you know what? Let's not forget here, alcohol is legal.
yeah,
Everybody's allowed to drink as long
but
as you're 18.
there'll be different vices for different people that advertise and sponsor things. Um, I I don't necessarily see the overall massive issue. I get why people will have a problem with it, but as long as they are giving back to the community and educating people, there is the opportunity for them to do absolutely the right thing there within the community.
There is
And
indeed.
Saints have said that it is going to improve. That's literally what they've said on the interviews that have gone out, on the press releases that have gone out. So hopefully that stands true and it isn't just lip service done at the start of a deal.
And I think I will point out that I'm assuming Brewdog will also have their alcohol-free brands available at the Totally Wicked Stadium as well.
Hopefully for those of us who tend to drive to the home games.
Yes, and I'll enjoy a pint of Braveheart.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't even put the graphic up yet, Kevin.
No, I saw you struggling with it earlier, so I just carried on talking.
Listen, money makes the world go round, doesn't it? And for a sport that is as cash-strapped as rugby league, to get these outside sponsors on board long term, we're doing an all right job. Obviously, you've got Home Bargains, you've got Brewdog involved, you've got the links with Liverpool Football Club in terms of bringing games to the stadium with the women's team. Um, you can't moan about the team being poor on the pitch if you're having a go at the deals we're making off it to try and improve things.
Yeah, at least we are trying to improve things, and improvement's a big thing. Like Saints have said that they're going to improve the current Redvee bar. They're going to refit that, and they were on about making it a destination, so somewhere that you can go after the game. I've been beating that drum for a while, but
Do
yeah,
you reckon
for the game.
do you reckon when they went to Brewdog, they just put clips of us moaning about the Red V bar and went, look, these lads will come.
Well, that Dave Fuchs said that they've been talking to Brewdog since November 2024.
I've moaned long before that, Kevin.
Yeah, no, I'm saying so. Your moans may well have gone into them, but it makes sense. It makes sense because you need to make game day more of an event. You need to have more offers. God bless them with the fan zone that they try and create outside, that the community foundation try and create outside, but it needs more. You need to get the younger generation down to the game. You need to ensure that you're getting bums on seats or feet in stands, however you want to word it. You've got to do it because with every game on telly, it becomes more and more of a challenge, and people will fall out of that habit. If it means that Brewdog can put more of a fan zone on, excellent. If they work hand in hand with the club, brilliant. If it means more money coming into the club, even better. But it sounds like Saints are listening to fans. I'm not even going to say listening to us, but listening to fans who want this experience. And I just hope that this partnership, um, as I say, isn't just lip service. We have a look back in 5, 6 years down the line, and you go, yet they've been innovative. They've changed the fan zone a couple of times. They've not just kept the same thing. They've managed to redo the Redvee bar. People want to go there. People want to go to events there because they've got good good things on when it's not game day. You just hopefully this is things clicking into place off the field. Now we just need it on.
Yeah, and good to see Owen Dagnall there on the outside of the can collection as well.
Is that the wing one? Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at shore leave going, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Well, let's hope that obviously they've talked in that Dave Hutchin interview about renovating the Red V bar. Hopefully, the Red V bar will be no more, and they can give us our name back after stealing it off us. Um, and Brewdog St Helens. And do you know what? Just be open for an hour after the game.
Yeah. Have a bit of rugby on, have a bit of sports on, whatever, but just get people in there. Don't feel like you're getting rid of people. Because I think sometimes that's what it feels like. I know they want to empty the stadium, but make it feel like, you know what? We can stay for a bit. We can hang around for a little bit longer. We can let the crowds go, and we've not got to go walking into town, or we've not got to head straight back home. We've got a bit of time to just mill about. At the minute, for me, I don't drink at home games unless it's Wigan. When I think most people who watch this will have seen me after the Wigan game. Um, but I don't. But it gives you a reason to sometimes just go, you know what? I do like a beer, so I'm gonna just pick a game, and it might be say like a Warrington or a Leeds or a Hull KR where you think, yeah, I'm gonna have a couple of pints here. I'm gonna go in because for everyone who's saying like, oh, I don't like the beer's rubbish. Guess what? There's people who don't like Madry. There's people who don't like Carling. There's people who don't like Carlsberg. But there's people who don't like some of the ale that you'll see on. You're not going to please everyone all the time,
No.
unfortunately.
What I will say is, if anybody from Brewdog is watching this and they wonder why we're not selling much at the first home game of their beer, please come and watch the people pouring it and come and give us some of your expertise.
Yeah, they've got to work on that because it's all very well having a product that you're proud to sell and Saints will be proud to sell it. It's all very well having that, but you need to ensure that it actually getting from pump or bar to person and then up into the stands is as smooth and seamless as it can be.
Yes. Um, Listen, it's a 10-year deal. I'm happier with it than I was with our previous sponsor. Again, people will have their own views on vaping. My issue with it was we were promoting something that we probably won't know the long-term effects of for the next 25, 30 years, which is probably why it's going to end up being regulated very soon. At the end of the day, everybody knows what the outcome of drinking beer is and can make their own decisions.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm sure that there'll be signposts like there are with a lot of things. There'll be signposts that if people have that, trying to find the right words for it, don't have a good relationship with alcohol. Hopefully, as I say, there'll be things put in place by the club, by Brewdog, to help those people. I'd hope that that is part of the community kind of engagement that we have. That it's not just all, yeah, come and buy our drinks. It's also we understand that some people have addictions and some people need help, and that's what we're going down as well.
And that is why they have alcohol-free beer.
Be a responsible sponsor.
Yes. I hope they don't announce anything else this week. I'm tired of recording.
My my issue is Dave Hutch on that video said, and there may well be more news coming out. It's like, Dave, I wanted a week or two off after the season. I just wanted a couple of, well, I mean, our Ashes things have still gone down. We'll find something to put out. We'll find something to talk about. Hopefully, it's not a whinge. Hopefully, it's a good thing.
This has been about the most positive episode of Redvee all year.
I think it has. I think it has. I think it's almost been a bit understanding as well that not everyone will share this view, and don't expect anybody to share every view that we have. But not everybody's going to share this view. Some people are going to not like it, and that's absolutely fine as well. That's absolutely fine. You just got to know that
And that's
some
fine.
people
But
will.
if you can find another company willing to stump up more money, I'm sure Saints would have been willing to listen.
Absolutely.
Beggars cannot be choosers, and that unfortunately is the sport of rugby league at this moment in time. Um,
Well, you have a look as well. Like, last thing that I'm going to say on this is when London got sponsored by Brewdog, it was seen as a coup. It was seen as what a great thing that's happened there. Yeah, I think the stability that we're getting from it is absolutely wonderful.
yeah, I think that the question I will leave to people here watching this is, if Brewdog came along tomorrow and offered you a sponsored car for free, brand new car, and it had Brewdog on the side of it, would you say no to driving it?
I wouldn't because my car's terrible. But before we go, I just want to thank everyone for asking about my lad and wishing him the best. Listen, Saturday, oh, is the dog here? Saturday was purely precautionary when my little one was unwell. Nothing that an 8 hour stay in A&E didn't fix or didn't get to the bottom to. So thanks for everyone for asking. He is fine and is well and truly on the mend. Mainly, he's been walking about downstairs trying to rob my tea tonight.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next week on Redvee TV. Woo!